Good day everyone, I'm Hurley Borify Reviews here, back at it again with my review for the Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist. Yes, this is as far as I know, this is the latest IEM from Heidi's. It's been a while since I've auditioned the Heidi's IEM. The last review I did with the Heidi's IEM was the ST2 Pro Nebula. So this is quite a jump in my opinion, since this costs around 200 US dollars by the time that I record this video. Okay? Okay. But before I proceed, I'd like to thank Heidi's for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me, because again and again, I won't be editing this extensively since recording videos isn't really my forte. I usually write reviews. Okay? Okay. So, to give you an idea, again, the Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist is a $200 IM by the time that I record this video. It comes with a variety of colors. As far as I know, it has a black colorway, it has a silver colorway as well, and what I have here is the blue colorway, which the Heidi's MP143 and the MP145 has as well before. I also, as far as I know, there is also a limited edition colorway, which is a rose gold or a copper gold, I believe, or let's just call it a rose gold version of the Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist. As far as I know as well, that is also a limited edition. Okay, okay. So I'll put the non-affiliated links in the description down below. By the time that I publish this video. Okay, so as for the box, as you can see, the box here is, I'd say it is quite different compared to the Heidi's products that I have reviewed before, but at the same time, it follows the same design as well. It is quite minimalist on the outside with the holographic, or the um I'd call this rainbow colored logo when the light shines through it. And as you can see, with the writings as well that are in rainbow color, it is in flagship hi-fi dynamic IMs with 12mm magnesium alloy diaphragm. Heidi's claims by the time that I record this video that they have the largest dynamic driver with a magnesium material. So there's that. Okay, okay. So box here, as you can see, here's the specifications. Yes, that is the flagship hi-fi dynamic IMs with 12mm magnesium alloy diaphragm. It has as you can see, it has a 32 ohms impedance with a sensitivity of 111 decibels. So, in theory or in paper, it isn't really that hard to drive, but at the same time, I recommend you using um, a 4.4/balance connection with the Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist, which I will explain later on. And again, what I have here, as you can see, it is in 4.4 connection. So there's that. Okay. Okay. Now, as for the accessories, here is the accessories that the Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist comes with. And as far as I know, first things first, the Heidi C Anemone high-end silicone ear tips is um, correct me if I'm wrong. As far as I know, this is a bundle with the Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist. This does not come included in the box, so you may pay an additional dollars for this one. So there's that. But again, I'll include all of the links in the description down below by the time that I post this video. Okay, so first things first, we'll go the Heidi C Anemone high-end silicone ear tips first. So this one is it is quite soft actually. Let's open this. Let's crack this open. Okay. Let's see here. This is my go-to, despite all of the included ear tips in the box of the Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist, which I will explain later on as well as to why. So here's the inclusions of the sea anemone ear tips. Yes, as you can see, it comes in 3 pairs in 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. And here's the ear tips itself, as you can see. I kind of like the feel and the fit of the Heidi's of the sea anemone ear tips, this ear tips, because it is quite relaxed to the ears in my opinion. It isn't sticky, it isn't snug or vacuum in fit. It really feels nice and really feels comfortable to the ears. So in a world full of silicone sticky ear tips, so Heidi's managed to cram these ear tips here, or to create these ear tips here, the sea anemone ear tips. As for the sound effect of this one, I find that when paired with the Mark 12 Tourist, it seems to smoothen out the upper frequencies. At the same time, it makes it makes the upper frequencies a bit forward, while eliminating the possible peaks or the prone to peaks as well. So it is quite a unique it is quite a unique experience in terms of, what do you call this, in terms of ear tips, in my opinion. Okay. Now, as for the standard Martel Tourist, here is the everything that it comes with. As you can see, it comes with this one, the pouch. This is a faux leather pouch. If I were to nitpick, they could have went for a case for this one, but I guess we'll use what we have with the Heidi's embossed logo right there. Um, Here is the sets of ear tips that it comes with. It has the vocal ear tips, the balance ear tips, and the bass ear tips. For the Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist, I recommend the vocal ear tips on this one. If you happen not to purchase the sea anemone ear tips, or your Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist does not come with the sea anemone ear tips, then the vocal ear tips on stock configuration will be the best, or what I would recommend for you to use among all of these three types of ear tips, or three sets of ear tips. It also features the what do you call this, the interchangeable nozzles here. So the red nozzle is for the addition of bass, while the silver nozzle is in addition of upper frequencies, to give you an idea. It seems that this type of implementation is also existed in the MP145 and the MP143 before. So those people who are accustomed to Heidi's IEMs will be at home in terms of the nozzle filters here with the Mark 12 Tourist. And here's the Mark 12 Tourist itself, but we'll go to the cable first. As you can see, the cable is quite minimal. It follows the Immortal Jellyfish. Yes, the Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist is has an inspiration with the Immortal Jellyfish. I was wrong at first when I said that it was from a shell, but no, Heidi's clearly confirms it that it is based on the what do you call this, on the Immortal Jellyfish. So literally the jellyfish that reverses the aging, as far as I know. Yeah, you can research on that. I'll give a link also in the description down below later on. And as you can see, it follows the aesthetic, it follows the assignment. Heidi's really did a good job on keeping the concept here, or the seawater series, as what I would call it, very well implemented here. Even the ear tips, is the sea anemone ear tips. The colors on this one, it really gives that Immortal Jellyfish vibes to it. Even the cable, so the cable in this one, for most people, will be basic, but in my opinion, it is well done, it is well put. I prefer thinner simple cables with my IEM, so this is a good treat to me. But yeah, I also acknowledge those people that want a thicker, flashier cable, so there's that. Okay, so yeah, the cable is in twisted. Yes, it is in as far as I know, yes, this is in two strands. Yeah, this is in two strands. Yep, two strands cable. It is very thin. It doesn't have microphonics. I really love that, and it is very light to the ear. Okay, and it is in 4.4 connection. So Heidi's is one of those companies that do not offer here in the Mark 12 Tourist a modular cable, which is, to me, is okay. I don't find it as a deal breaker because again, my recommendation for the Hyvis Mark 12 Tourist is for you to use it in balanced connection, which I will discuss shortly. Okay, and here is the Hyvis Mark 12 Tourist in the driver shell itself. As you can see, it is quite different. I haven't seen any IEM that has this shape, so props to Hyvis on that one. They are very unique on this presentation. Even on the what do you call this, on the MP143 and the MP145, they are quite unique on that one. This colorway and this design reminds me of the Blue Beetle, the movie or the character from DC Comics. But um, if you know, you know. There's that. Yes, it reminds me of that Scarab Beetle, as you can see on his backpack. But there's that. Um, if I were to nitpick here, some people may be concerned that the tip here, the tip of the shell of the MP1 of the MK12 tourist, sorry, of the MK12 tourist, might be a bit pointy to some. Although based on my experience, I have used this for like nearly 100 hours in total. I haven't felt this pointy portion of the MK12 Tourist in my ear whenever I use this, so there's that. The only time that I feel it is whenever I fit this Mark 12 Tourist in my ear. So yeah, it shouldn't be a hazard, okay? But I would just like to point that out as well because I observed that, okay? Okay. As you can see, it is very nice. It is well crafted, and yes, this is made of metal. This is in full metal shell. Love this design. It is very unique. My oh my. Okay. Now, as for the fit, comfort, and isolation, I find that the Mark 12 Tourist fits my ears like a glove. It really fits my ears perfectly. I had no problems in terms of fit, comfort, and isolation with the Mark 12 Tourist. Do take note, however, that the shell on the Mark 12 Tourist is a bit on the larger side of the spectrum. So, if a person that has a smaller ears or a below average ears in terms of size use the Mark 12 Tourist, they may find this a bit chunky or a bit bulky to their ears, but this will fit them well. I have let this used by a friend of mine, and he has no problems with this one. His ears are on the average side, so yeah, it isn't really a problem in terms of the fit, comfort, and isolation, but at the same time, the size on this one is on the larger side. Okay, so I do have to take a note on that one. Okay. Okay. Now, as for the drivability, yes, this is what I've been wanting to discuss here. The drivability on the Mark 12 Tourist is easy to drive. Yes, the Mark 12 Tourist is easy to drive, but at the same time, I would recommend this using with at least 2 VRMs of power in 4.4 connection as much as possible for an added assurance that you'll be getting the most of your source and the most of the Mark 12 Tourist. Because the Mark 12 Tourist seems to to benefit from a fairly powerful source, probably because of its larger than usual dynamic drivers inside as well, and probably the materials that are used in the Mark 12 Tourist diaphragm as well. So there's that. It seems that the Mark 12 Tourist benefited a lot in the 4.4 connection when compared to the 3.5 millimeter connection, especially on the upper frequencies, which I will discuss later on. Okay. Now, what's the sound of the Hyvis Mark 12 Tourist? Well, the Hyvis Mark 12 Tourist is currently the widest and the most spacious sounding IEM that I own. Actually, it is by a hair bit wider and more immersive in soundstage compared to the Dunu Brain Dance, which I have here as well. Yeah. As for the sound signature on this one, it is, in my opinion, it is a balanced, warm sounding set. On certain sources and setups, it may sound a soft-ish W-shaped sound signature. On some sources and some configurations of the Mark 12 Tourist as well, it may sound a bit mild V-shaped, which leans to the warmer side of things. But more or less in any sources or in every sources that I used here in the Mark II Tourist, it is close on the balanced warmish side of things. Yes, the Heidi's Mark II Tourist is it is a bit warmer and a bit more laid back in nature, while at the same time it keeps that versatility up on top, which is a good thing for most people. Okay? Okay. Now, for the base of the Heidi's Mark II Tourist, it is quite balanced-ish. Both mid-bass and sub-bass are a bit balanced, actually. Their presence doesn't seem to overpower each other. Both are elevated. Mildly elevated, if you may. It isn't a bass head's dream, but I do see some bass heads liking the character of the Mark II Tourist in terms of bass. Because the bass on this one it is still punchy, it is still rumbly, but at the same time, it is well controlled. It is firm. It doesn't seem to smear on the other frequencies, which is a good thing to me. I do like my bass very controlled in this one. Oh, it's now raining, so if you hear raining on the background, I apologize on that one. But yeah, back to the review. The bass on this one is really good. It is, in my opinion, quite tactile, but not as tactile when compared to the sets with the bone conduction drivers. Okay, but for most people, the bass on this one is quite satisfying, in my opinion. The details and the layering on the texture rather on the bass is quite good. It is up to par within its asking price, within the 200 USD range. Yeah, I find it a bit better on the bass when compared to the Tanch Gem Origin that I have loaned a while ago. So there's that. Okay, now as for the mids is open. It is vivid. At the same time, it does exhibit a mild laid back character to it. No, it isn't really recessed, but that character is the mids on this one is quite relaxed, but at the same time it still exhibits the level of detail that you'll expect from a $200 set, which is a good thing. Okay, lower mids on this one are slightly thicker than usual. It has a bit of warmthness to it, but at the same time it doesn't sound really bloaty, or it doesn't sound really recessed at all. So it is a well done tuning here in the lower mid. So expect that the male vocals and instruments in this region are slightly thicker than usual. Okay, as for the upper mids, I am happy to report to you that the upper mids here in the Mark 12 Tourist manages to extend really well, manages to exhibit air, it manages to exhibit some sparkle to it, while at the same time not exhibiting any unnaturalness or sibilance or harshness to it. If you want to call it natural, yes, you can. If you want to call it that way, since the Heidi Smart Club Tourist does not seem to exhibit any peaks or harshness at all. The snappiness here or the attack and decay of the vocals is still good in this set, on the upper mid, so it's a good thing. Okay, so I can confidently recommend this to anyone, even those people that have a very sensitive what do you call this, that have a very sensitive ears to the boosted / bright upper frequencies. Okay, now as for the treble in this one is well extended. I wouldn't say it is very extended or too extended. I wouldn't say it is dark either. It is far from being dark. I'd say it's just right. It manages to extend or to present the overall treble well, while at the same time not exhibiting any unnaturalness or piercing or any sibilance or harshness on this set. So overall, it is a well-tuned set in my opinion. So there's that. Props to Heidi's for tuning this Mark 12 Tourist very well. Actually, this is by far my favorite IM of Heidi's that I have auditioned out of the IMs that Heidi's released. Although I haven't heard the MP145, so there's that. I'm sorry I haven't heard for it to comment on that one. Okay. Now, as for the technical chops, this is, in my opinion, the highlight of the Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist. The soundstage on this one is quite expansive. It is grandeur. A friend of mine even said that it's like he's wearing a mini headphone here with the Mark 12 Tourist. It is that expansive. I also agree on that one because it is really expansive. It definitely goes toe to toe with my Kiwi Ear Septet by the time that I record this video in terms of soundstage expansion. Do take note that the Kiwi Ears Septet is an open back IM while this one is a closed back, but it manages to sound really expansive and to have that ceilingless, that sound that has no walls, if you may. So it is a good thing on that one. The height and the depth on this one is really good while exhibiting that wide sound stage. It is quite expansive. In I haven't heard that kind of sound stage on most of IEMs that I have reviewed except for this one, the Martel Tourist. This is by far the widest that I have heard, actually. um Under 200 USD. Okay. Separation and layering on this one is quite adequate for a $200 set. I can't seem to find any flaws here because on BC passages, it manages the BC passages or heavy passages or BC tracks really well. It is quite clean in my opinion. Imaging is as precise as it can get. It is quite incisive, but at the same time, I wouldn't use it for analytical or critical listening. It is obvious here that the Martel Tourist is tuned to be it is quite balanced. It manages to balance the technical chops and the tonality here in the Martel Tourist, which is a good thing because most people do want that type of balance. Okay. So we'll now proceed here with the tuning nozzles here with the Martel Tourist. Um, the red filters or the red nozzles are the base nozzles. So when you put this one, it is quite obvious that the Heidi Smartphone Tourist will be a bit bassier. The sub bass will be a bit more elevated than the mid bass when used with the red filter. The overall sound will be more smoother. It will also be more warmer in that regard. But at the same time, the technical chops are a bit affected negatively in my opinion. The soundstage um loses that magic in my opinion, but yeah, it is very subjective, but it's just in my opinion. Okay. um Among these two, the red nozzle has quite the most noticeable effect on the overall sound of the Heidi Smartphone Tourist. As for the silver nozzle, it enhances the upper frequencies quite well, although it is a bit subtle in my opinion. It makes the transients, it makes the extensions, the decay, the vocals a bit more snappier. It is a bit more snappier. It is faster as well. The bass also is a bit more firmer on this one. So when paired with the Martel Tourist, the silver nozzle sounds a bit neutral. It sounds a bit more neutral. It is, yes, definitely it is more neutral, that has an emphasis on the vocals slightly. So yeah, personally I prefer that silver nozzle, but most of my units or most of my review units, I like to keep them in stock configuration because the difference of the silver and the pre-installed, I believe this is rose gold or gold. Let's see. Yes, this is in rose gold. The rose gold nozzle here is it's a bit little in my opinion. The differences on this one is quite little for me to make it a big of a deal. I'll treat the silver nozzles on the Heidi Smart Tourist as a spare, just in case that the stock filters or the stock nozzles come off, or probably broken, or probably I lost the stock nozzle. So I'll just use the silver nozzle ear tips. Okay. So where should we compare this? The Heidi Smart Tourist. We can compare this in terms of price with the Kiwi Ear Septet. Again, the Kiwi Ear Septet is almost quite the opposite of the Heidi Smart Tourist, because that one is a quad breed and that one focuses more on technical chops. So definitely it has better technical chops compared to the Heidi Smart Tourist. But do take note that the Heidi Smart Tourist has a bit more wider stage. Yes, it is a bit more wider in stage compared to the Septet, despite the Septet being a true open back IEM. So there's that. The unavoidable driver quirks are also present on the Kiwi Receptet when compared to the Mark 12 Tourist. So there's that. So for a more relaxed listening, while at the same time you don't what do you call this? You don't compromise that much on technical chops, the Heidi Smart 12 Tourist is the better option. But if you're like me who prefers listening to technical chops most of the time, the Kiwi Receptet will be the better option for you because it has that snap, it has that crispiness, that attack, that decay that a technical chops enthusiast like me would dream. Okay? Okay. Now, where should we compare this next? We should compare this next to the Dunu Brain Dance. Again, the Dunu Brain Dance, to give you an idea, is a sub $500 IEM which has 9 drivers as opposed to the Mark 12 Tourist that only has one big dynamic driver. Okay? When compared, the Duno Brain Dance exhibits a more L-shaped sound signature or a neutral with bass boost, if you may. The sub bass on that one is definitely more thicker, it is more visceral, it is rumblier, it is deeper when compared to the Mark 12 Tourist. But the Mark 12 Tourist has better mid-bass response. It has a bit more punch to it, in my opinion. It has a bit more character, it has a bit more texture and detail to it when compared to the Duno Brain Dance. The mids on both sets are quite excellent. Actually, they're excellent in their respective retail prices. But in my opinion, the what do you call this? The Brain Dance is a bit better in terms of vividness, in terms of openness when compared to the Mark 12 Tourist. The Mark 12 Tourist has a bit more laid back in terms of presentation, but at the same time, it is also as open as well. It is just that the Mark 12 Tourist the mids on the Mark 12 Tourist is a bit smoother when compared to the Brain Dance. Okay. As for the treble is definitely more forgiving on the Mark 12 Tourist when compared to the Brain Dance because the Brain Dance experiences some driver quirks here and there due to its driver configuration. So it is no surprise there. As for the technical chops, the soundstage on both sets are really wide and very expansive, holographic if you may. So the Mark 12 Tourist has a tiny bit, it is a bit better on soundstage in terms of size when compared to the Duno Brain Dance, but not by a lot. Actually, they can go toe-to-toe with each other since the Duno Brain Dance excels more on the separation, layering, and imaging. It is a bit more crispier and noticeably more cleaner when compared to the Mark 12 Tourist. But do take note that the Mark 12 Tourist has excellent technical chops for a 200 USD IEM. Okay? Okay. Now, I'll switch to the Tagalog portion of this video. So, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Bali si Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist is a 12,000 pesos IEM. So, $200 IEM na by the time na nire-record ko or pinapost ko tong video na to. Okay? Yung tunog niya is a balanced warm set. May times sa mga sources ko nagiging W shape siya na medyo soft-ish. May certain configuration din siya na nagtutunog V shape siya. Pero for the most part, balanced warm talaga siya. Kasi hindi naman naiwan yung mids eh. Never nag-recess yung mids niya. Actually, ang ganda nga ng mids niya eh, para sa isang balanced warm set. Kasi smooth siya, at the same time, napaka-open. Which is yun din yung highlight ng Mark 12 Tourist. Wala pa akong narinig na IEM under $200 na ganito kalawak. Ito by far yung pinakamalawak. Up to the point na nakikipagbardagulan siya sa tig 15,000 pesos na IEM at sa tig 25,000 pesos or 30,000 pesos na IEM, which is yung Duno Brain Dance. So, ayun, if soundstage ang hanap mo and gusto mo ng mas mura, definitely itong Mark 12 Tourist is yung para sa'yo. Kasi literally, 50% nung presyo yung binaba or yung kaltas. Tapos may ganun din siyang soundstage, may ganun din siyang technical chops. Yung Mark 12 Tourist is mas economical, so to speak, sa price na yun. Oo. Pero yun, if I were to nitpick, syempre, hindi naman perfect yung Mark 12 Tourist. Again, sa accessories pa lang, mas maganda sana to kung case yung in-include nila. Yung sa ear tips naman na to, maganda naman siya. Yes, for the price, yung inclusions, yes, maganda, lalo na yung vocal ear tips. Pero yun nga, once kasi na naka-audition ka na netong si Anemone ear tips, hindi mo na gagamitin to, itong stock ear tips. Para sa akin lang naman. Hopefully, idagdag nila to as a free inclusion sa Mark 12 Tourist, although I doubt. Tapos, ayun nga, meron siyang tuning nozzle filters, as you can see. Yung, like the usual high Ds, yung red is dagdag bass. At ang cost naman nun, mas magiging warm yung buong tunog. Mas, elevated na yung sub-bass. Pero yung technical chops niya, mas, mas subdued na. Or parang, hindi na gaano kasing lawak. Or wala na yung magic compared sa stock. Mas ma-enhance naman yung lawak na yun or yung technical chops na yun kapag naka-silver nozzles. But at the same time, mawala yung bass quantity na meron sa stock nozzle. Mas magiging neutral na yung tunog na vocal focused. So, mamili na lang kayo doon. Personally, since nagpapa-audition ako ng mga IEMs na nire-review ko, kinikip ko siya as stock para mas magkaroon ng idea yung gagamit na, ito pala yung tunog niya on stock nang wala ganang binubuting-ting, ganito, ganyan. So, ayun. I prefer the stock kasi andun talaga yung true character ng Mark 12 Tourist or yung true character ng IEMs in general sa stock configuration niya. If hindi siya maganda sa stock configuration, then ibig sabihin, in my own opinion, hindi talaga siya magandang IEM at all. Yun lang naman yun. If pangit yung tunog niya talaga. Magkaiba kasi yung pangit yung tunog sa stock, pangit yung tunog stock pa lang compared dun sa may pwede pang i-improve sa stock pa lang. So, yung Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist, literally may pa siya lahat maganda actually. May improve pa siya syempre kapag meron ka netong si Anemone ear tips. Pero on its own, kahit wala yung si Anemone ear tips, maganda talaga yung tunog ng Mark 12 Tourist. May time na gamit ko siya 9 hours tuloy-tuloy sa trabaho, which is a good thing. Okay, now I switch to the English version. Okay. So, what's my verdict here in the Mark 12 Tourist? Definitely an S plus recommendation for everyone. There isn't a lot of IEMs that I have auditioned that are this wide, that are this expansive. For an IEM, of course. The Heidi's Mark 12 is definitely the widest IEM or the most expansive IEM that I have heard under $200 US. Probably even under $500 US. It manages to go toe-to-toe on the technical chops of other more expensive sets while keeping that rich, smooth, well-balanced, laid back, at the same time lush tonal performance really well. So, I would happily recommend this to literally anyone that are willing to shell out a $200 US for their IEM. As long as you are looking for a balanced, warm sounding set or for a balanced sounding IEM that has a very, very expansive soundstage. So, props to Heidi's for giving another banger or for giving another benchmark, a market benchmark for raising the bar. Since, again, there aren't a lot of IEMs that are this wide. The soundstage or the wide, expansive soundstage before was hard to achieve because IEMs generally, sit inside the ear canal. Whereas in today's market, a wide soundstage isn't as it isn't that hard to achieve in today's market. And the evidence on that one is the Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist. So, yep, it really fits that immortal jellyfish vibes to it. Props to Heidi's for being unique as usual. Definitely, please keep bringing more and more banger IEMs to the table or to the market. Okay. And now that ends my review for the Heidi's Mark 12 Tourist. Again, I'd like to thank Heidi's for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me, since again, I won't be editing this extensively. I'll keep it as is and as unfiltered as it can be, since again, this isn't really my forte. I prefer written reviews and English isn't my primary language. So, there's that. Okay, as for the backlogs, there is still a lot. Again, there's the Testura with note, there's a VE cable, there are triple-win IEMs, there are KZ IEMs, there is a Kiwi Ears Etude that are on the works, and yeah, something came in the mail today. This is unexpected. The Tangent Vision. Yeah, they didn't gave me any tracking link or something like that. It just popped right away in my desk. So there's that. Okay, and see you on the next one. Isa pa, last one.